In the 1970s and 1980s, researchers studied the causes of depression among the sample of humans in London. Brown and Harris in 1978. The study found that the woman's becoming the depressed could not be explained simply in the terms of the tendency towards the psychological problem. Instead of depression was triggered by the stressful long or short-term life events such as losing a job, being evicted from their homes, and being in poverty. The research also found that the chances of suffering from the stressful life events were directly related to the income and the class's background. The lower income and the social class of the greater your chances being made of the redundant, losing your home, and so on. Working class women also had a less supportive social networks to help them to cope with the stresses and the strains of life. The middle class women, the researchers therefore conclude that the person's mental state was stably, substantially influenced by their economic and the class position society. C. For the further detailed study, other sociological study mental illness. In 1897, Emily Durkheim published a study of suicide that shows the rate of suicides vary considerable between the countries and the countries of social groups. For the example, England consistently had the higher suicide rate than the France, and the married people had the lower suicide rates than the unmarried. Durkheim concludes that the suicide and the apparently individual act was actually shaped by social factors. One factor which is Durkheim's truth was important and was extended to the which individuals were involved or integrated into the social groups. For the example, married people with the children who belongs to the close-knit religions community were much less likely to commit suicide, and the children single people who were not involved in a religious community. For discussion, the Durkheim